Hey folks, Angry here, Angry American Modding. Today we're going to be checking out a highly anticipated truck for the whole community. Yes, this is going to be coming to console. This is going to be the Plager Outlaw, modeled after a Peterbilt 359 in mind. We've got the Plager Outlaw with a tremendous amount of options. I talk very closely with CNH Modding, so I've been kind of seeing and watching this whole thing come together over Discord calls and everything and such. And let's just say this is very impressive. This includes a tremendous first for the community, especially going to console. It is coming in at 19 slot count with the most options I've ever seen on a truck. But so let's take a look here. This is a beta. This is not the final version. There's still a little bit of stuff to be tweaked. CNH says he'll have it tweaked out within the next. It'll be about ready to be submitted. It's coming close. It's 99.9% done. It really is. But that right now as it sits, it is not lacking in quality, not one bit. Anyway, we're today. Plager Outlaw. Word Outlaw. This is kind of going with the country western theme. So you'll notice that with all the names going through the selected options. Yes, that says wheel brand, but I mean, obviously tell it's day cab. So we're going to go through the cab options here. We've got your day cab cowboy, your day cab retro cowboy. Just changes your roof cap, gives it a little bit of an angle, and with that changes the light position and the horns. You've got the big hoss cowboy. Looks no different than the day cab, except you'll notice right here. Now this is an option that Peterbilt does allow, that they offer with their trucks, but it is just an extended cab. A big hoss cowboy, it's usually called the Fat Man extension through trucker terms, but that's what that is. And you got the same with the roof cap. You can do the retro roof cap configuration. You've got your 48-inch or 36-inch. That's a 36-inch flat top sleeper, also referred to as a coffin sleeper. I mean, it can be referred to as a lot of things, but that's your 36-inch coffin sleeper. You got your 68-inch flat top going all the way around. This is kind of getting into your classic 359 look. This is what Peterbilt offered these and the 36-inch over the year's production with the Peterbilt 359. But you've got the Posse for the 36-inch, and you've got the Judge for the 68-inch. So the thing with the names, as you can tell, so the day cab cowboy is the bottom of the food chain. We'll get a little bit of a graph here for you to show you. So you got the cowboy at the bottom of the food chain. This is the big hoss cowboy is still the same. It's the same thing, but for bigger folks. Then you've got the Posse. This would be a higher tier person from the cowboy. And you get more luxurious as the truck goes forward. The Judge. I mean, you can kind of understand what I'm saying, but you slowly work your way up. Cattle Hand Cowboy. It's still kind of the same as the Cowboy, except they do have a 36-inch sleeper. This 36-inch sleeper is a stand-up sleeper, though. So, I mean, it's a 36-inch stand-up sleeper, not a coffin flat top. Then you've got the same thing with the retro roof cap, which personally, I like that. It's kind of gives you, it's the stand-up feel. It's the stand-up style roof. But It just brings more option. Console player, this is going to be absolutely amazing for console players and PC players alike. You've got, now we're getting back into more stuff that, Cattle Ranch and Cowboy. You've got your 68-inch stand-up sleeper, again with the retro roof cap option. Here we go. The Sheriff. This is gonna be good for everybody. This is modeled after a Mercury sleeper, a 44-inch Mercury sleeper. I kind of like it. The Sheriff goes with the star pattern and the chrome. And if anybody is not, if you're unfamiliar with the Mercury sleeper, I highly recommend you look them up. They're one of my favorites around. Absolutely 100% my favorite sleeper. But this is your Sheriff, 44-inch, modeled after a 44-inch Mercury. And then you've got this big old fella right here, the Marshall. You got your Marshall. This is modeled after a double bunk, flat top, double eagle sleeper. This was that you could find these commonly as the long legacy sleepers. Back when 359s were still produced, you could get double eagle to put one on your truck. But this is a double eagle, flat top, double bunk sleeper. Personally, my favorite out of all of them. I really like this. It does seem a little bulky, but the look of that thing she's mean. And you get the lights. She's lit up like a Christmas tree, folks. It's good. So here we go. We'll move on to wheel setups. Now, the more you customize this truck, the different configurations will unlock other items. So, there will be stuff that I'm going to showcase here that you won't see on a different cab option or a different chassis option. Just remember that. But there are so many different configurations, it's scary. So we start off with your standard 6x4 frame. No stretch, no real stretch. It's just, this is standard length going with the sleeper. This is referred to as your stallion. You've got your stagecoach. Stagecoach being a little bit more luxurious, but still bigger. Still bigger. So you've got a little bit of a stretch frame. Still a 6x4 configuration. You've got your war wagon. This is my favorite. I've always been a fan of triaxle trucks, even if I'm not using the triaxle truck. But and yes, that liftable axle, tag axle, does function. It does in fact function. And then you go back to your normal 6x4 stallion. We're gonna go with the war wagon today. Now, still, yeah, you'll see missing configuration. This is again a whip, a beta. It is all a work in progress. Standard. That kind of gives you the little V-shaped kind of unit right here. You've got your box, also for a cattle pusher box, but it's your box bumper. Okay, so that is just the bumper. Now we'll remember what I say: configurations within configurations. Keep that slot count down and make it compatible with Giants for console. You then get into a deeper box bumper, and then you see here, the same V, but you've got your fender. You've got different fender options for all three. So you get all three, then you get another fender. That's your tag fender with the quarter fender with all three. And then you get just the tag. And then you get back to your normals. So we're going to run without deep box, second one, no tag fender, actual fender. Stacks, you got your Remington stacks. These are also referred to as stove tops, flat tops, whatever you want to call them. That's your Remington stacks. Each stack option comes with 3 other variants. 3. These are your muffler configurations. So you got the Remington Steer, that is your smallest muffler. You got your Remington Heifer. That'll be a mid-range muffler. And then you got the Remington Calf, which it changes, but very faint. It is a very faint change between either side. And you go through, you've got Winchesters. Those are your straight out the side, going at a light, 90? Light 90 coming out. Again with your configurations there. Your Chaser 45s. Still coming out at a 90-degree angle, but 45 angle backwards. Again with your 3 muffler options. Straight back 90, coming out at a 90-degree. Got your Winchester 90s. Again with your 3 configurations. Your Colts. Those just look mean. Your Colts, these are a miter cut to the side. Typically, you can see them on the back. These are to the side, give you a little bit of variety. Again, with all 3 muffler configurations. You got your Colt 45s. Got your same miter cut, turned a 45 degree outward. Then you got your Colt 90s after you go through your muffler options, which is your standard. This is what you'll see most common with a miter cut truck. These are going to be most commonly seen if they've got miter cuts. Back with your 3 mufflers. And then you're back at your stovetops. Personally, I'm a fan of the stovetops. I'm not going to run any mufflers. Because trust me, the engines you're going to hear are absolutely superior to the TLX 9000. Just wait. You got your visor. 1, 2, 3, off. Now we're going to go back through those. Here's your name. This is your standard style visor. This was just come out of the factory. Here you go. This is for just cattlemen. You got the bull rider. Kind of your bow tie visor. Hugging the glass bow tie visor. A little bit lower. Personally, my favorite. Then you got the cavalry. This one is like factory. Far larger. Sticks out a little farther. Angles a little bit more down. Comes to a sharper point. Then you can go back to no visor. So today we're going to go with the bull rider. The bow tie look just is absolutely superior in my opinion. So now we're going to look at, get kind of angled in there. You can see the interior here. You'll see this. Wheel 1, seat 1, dash 1. This is for your interior. You'll notice, so right now as it's configured, this is what a 359 Peterbilt came with the Corvette style dash. Now, I'll post pictures here. This is a Corvette style dash coming in a 359. This is a flat dash 359. Now with this truck, the Plager Outlaw, you only have the Corvette dash, no flat dash. But you've got, as you can see in there, normal dash, easy reach dash. Now this easy reach dash was to give a little bit of a variation, a little bit of customization, because 359s didn't have this. This is a thought up idea, kind of taken from a Kenworth W900L from the 90s that had the easy reach dash configuration possibility. You also change your seat level. As you can see, change your seat. You also change the width of the steering wheel. you do get different steering wheel configurations. Engine setup. Now we're going to have to run through all of these. You got your 2-choke 6B69. Now that is obviously not the real name, but this is a Detroit diesel. Screaming Greta. This is what they call it, Screaming Jimmy, Greta, yada yada yada. These things sound like F1 racing cars running down the road. You got your 8V69, which is just a larger engine. And it's got, I mean, you're seriously changing up your horsepower here. 525 horsepower with your 8V69 2-choke. 2-choke 12 valve. 950 horsepower. All of this is accurate to the actual real life Detroit engine. And trust me, these things, it sounds good. It sounds good, folks. You got your 69 series 12.7 liter, 390 horsepower. This is a 60 series Detroit diesel. You got your 14 liter 60 series Detroit diesel coming in at 515 horsepower. And then we've got the Caterpillar 3406. It's a Caterpillar 3406 engine with sounds to go with it. You've got 3406. You've got, this would be the C15. 520 horsepower. Oh no, the C13. Okay, no, that was the C13. C15 at 595, and then we go back. We got Cummins. This referred to as the Come Apart C14, 525 horsepower. Come Apart ICX, but ISX. Newer style engine, 650 horsepower. And then your CTA Cummins, 700 horsepower. And back to your Detroit diesels. So for this first round, I'm going to go with the 3406. I'm a Caterpillar person myself, but to each their own. Capacity. Yeah, that says capacity, but this is actually your tank configurations. We've got different, you can have chrome with steps, single strap, paint. That changed. Or no, maybe not. This is still a whip. I didn't see a difference, but, or no, maybe I did. No, no difference. You got your paint with step. You got your, yeah, that's, yeah. So your different strap angle. You got your double strap. Same with the other options. Back to your normal. I like double strap. Paints. As you can see, the change was, the strap was here. The second option, you got more closer together straps. Tank straps. So I'm going to go with paint with step, double strap. Just, I like that. Okay, headache racks. Yeah, you do have headache racks. Headache racks are on every single option. It is on every single cab option. You do have headache racks. You've got two options. You got a normal headache rack, and then you've got a headache rack with a couple extra diamond plate, what looks like steps, boxes, whatever you want to call it. But you do have your headache rack, perfect for your logging trucks. It's not a logging rack, but this thing is always able to have stuff added to it. So over time, you will see this truck evolve more from what it is as you see it now. Parts will be added, some parts will be taken away, some stuff will be remodeled and made better, some will be just completely scrapped. This thing will evolve over time into a better truck than what you see it as right now. But you got your headache rack options. I'm not a fan of headache racks, never really have been, so I'm not going to put one on today, but don't Don't kill me, headache rack fans. It's a headache rack. Here's my little touch that I kind of implanted the idea in the CNH, and well, it kind of lives on. Your antennas. Now I know it doesn't seem like a big thing. You've got straight ups. You got your 45. Got off. There's something special about these antennas, though. That's where my idea comes in, because it did have antenna options, but you'll see. This is again another first for console players. Old rag and bandana. This is for your Canadian friends. We've got a normal intake, hot air intake, and we have a Canadian style dual snorkel cold air intake air can style. Paint options. You've got paint options for days, folks. Paint options for days. Main color. I mean, you've got every color under the sun. All your standard FS19 paint jobs. You got your Welker tan. Welker Farms tan. I mean, you now get to start going into custom style colors. We can run through. There's another Welker, or I just saw it. Maybe not. Custom, more customs. I mean, of course, those all have a name, but this is just to get you your color configuration options. I've always been a fan of dirt, and you go with a little, was it? Yeah, right here. Tell me that doesn't look like absolutely superior to anything else you have ever seen. But anyway, so this is the end of the configurations for right now. We'll see you in game. Alright guys, welcome back. We have purchased the truck, we configured, and here we go. We have spawned in 2 trailers today. We have spawned in the CNH Demco trailer. Second Demco product ever to come out on console. Absolutely my favorite trailer, grain trailer in Farming Simulator. Perfect for your Plager Outlaw. Anyway, we're going to hop into the truck here. Now, you'll see, turn on our helper window here. We got a couple things. You got your start engine, you got your unfold truck, and you also have a loader control. Well, the start engine is start engine. But you're going to ask yourself about the unfold truck and the loader control. Well, the loader control is actually you can see that there. That is your left axle control if you are running a left axle. You can see it's same speed as you would see on a left axle, air actuated left axle in real life. But it is 100% functional. I mean, for your heavy hauls, your logs, again with your headache rack, this with the tag axle is absolutely perfect for any operation you're wanting to run. Your unfold truck. Here is the first for Farming Simulator 19. As you guys might know, with the TLX 9000, it has a jake brake. Many of you wanted the jake brake on this truck. Well, it has one. It has a jake brake. But CNH went a step further and made the first ever toggleable on and off jake brake. So you can turn it on and you can turn it off. Instead of every time you take off of the gas, your jake brake turns on, like our competitor's 82 Square and his TLX 9000. That is what your unfold truck is. So you got jake brake on, unfold his jake brake off, fold is jake brake on. So if you fold it, it's off. If you unfold it, it's on. And then so on and so forth. So if you get, okay, so now we're going to run through each engine option that you will see. Okay, now let's start this old Scatterpillar 3406 up. See what she sounds like. Just a mild 3406 engine. See that? Can you spot what's happening? Look at those antennas. You've got animated antennas and animated mud flaps on the back of the truck. What do you think about that one, folks? You've got all your lights. All your lights, your chrome reflects the lights properly. You got all your lights. Absolutely amazing. Console players, I don't know if you have these. I am on PC, as you can obviously tell. But you do have your blinker for your PC players. If anything else, your parking lights, your standard beam lights, and your high beam lights. Now we're going to hook up to the Plager Outlaw to the Demco. Absolutely fits perfectly with the truck. I understand what you're saying. Well, what's up with the airlines? The trailer right now, as it is not compatible with airlines yet. Next update will be, so just be patient. You've got all your lights working, same lights on everything. Got your turn signals will turn on. You got your brake lights. You got all your lights. But this thing, she will pull, especially depending on what kind of configuration you're running with your engines. But you can hear that amazing engine shifting through each and every one of its gears in that transmission. But you think, how can it get better? Angry, how can it get better? Well, I'll just show you. I will just show you. We'll get right back up here. Now, I am not aware if console itself is compatible, has any trailers with the airlines, but this truck does have the airlines. It will hook up to a trailer and have its airlines if the trailer's compatible. I pulled up 7L Farms' edit of the in-game Wilson 50-foot. It does have the cables, folks. It does have the cables. So, you've got your cables. Boy, those antennas, they really did a good job with animating them. They are just real loose. Gives just another bit of character to the truck itself. Absolutely amazing. Very happy with this truck. Like I say, folks, this is the best truck that will ever hit console until CNH tops it once more. Let's have a little bit of a road test. So, I mean, this thing, she'll top speed of 74 miles per hour, perfect for your maps. Console players, obviously, you're stuck with 1X right now. Hopefully, Giants fixes that in the future. But for PC players, you've got your 4X, 8X, 16X, 64X even. This truck is perfect for those trips to the grain cellar or hauling cattle, horses, pigs, sheep, anything of the sort. But she's very much realistic. Right now we don't have our Jake turned on, but you can see it, you can still hear it working through all of its gears. So now we're going to tab over to the truck. We're going to turn around here. And we're going to get back up to speed and we're going to hit those Jakes. Get you a little bit of a look at those Jakes. Get back up to speed. You've got your on and off configurable Jakes, realistic to what the engine you picked will have. So now we're going to stop right here and I'm going to cut scene, show you all of the other engine configurations. Alrighty, folks, taking a look at the interior while we're moving. We've got the Outlaw logo on the steering wheel, Plager Outlaw badge on the dash. All of your gauges are 100% functional. Some functional through the game engine, some actually read out things like your speed, your RPM, etc., etc. You've got working mirrors. Mirrors are 100% functional. You can, in fact, see behind you. Alrighty, here's one good thing. So, the jake brake. Right now it's off. It's on. Do you see the switch on the dash? She does move. The switch does move. We've got interior lighting. Gauge lights. The needles actually light up how they're supposed to. 100%. Next thing, I think the best part. Your pedal is animated, just like what you've seen before. You've also, the best part about it, watch that gear shifter. As we run through the pickup speed, as the truck runs through its gears, you'll see that gear shifter reflect that. So tell me that is not the 13th best thing you've ever seen in your lifetime, the animated gear shifter. That's just detail that I have not seen on a console before, especially in a truck. Bring it on 82 square with your TLX 9000. I do believe this thing is far superior. Just to give you a couple of specs, again, this thing, Plager Outlaw, 74 miles per hour top speed forward, backwards speed of 12 top, which I believe is a perfect top speed of 12, which I believe is perfect for backing up. Not too fast, not too slow, just a good, pretty realistic. But you've got your backing up speed of 12, just mellow. It's got the power, it can do what you want it to do, but yet still looks good doing it. Starting price in the shop, we'll take another look at that. No options, you are looking at $37,500. It would top out at 62 miles per hour at 238 horsepower. And of course, as you go through the options, the price will in fact reflect. Going up the higher you go, even with your actual configurations. So this truck, you might even have to take a loan out on it when you go to the shop and purchase it if you do not have the proper amount of money saved up for your configuration. But you can get her fairly expensive the farther you go with it. Anyway, folks, that wraps it up for my little review of the Plager Outlaw, running through all configurations, giving you some of the general information on the actual truck itself. Can't drive worth a crap. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. You subscribe if you want. Don't if you don't. Like, dislike, tell me what you think. Just a little review. What I thought I owed CNH for the amazing work he's done with this truck. So you've got an inside look at the truck itself. Of course, like I said before, this thing is always susceptible to change. We'll have better, worse options, take away the bad ones, fix the bad ones, add new options. With as updates go on, the truck will get better, just like what most mods should. This mod will. CNH tries to be a first for the community, and that is one thing that I will be very excited to see in the future. But anyway, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Hope you have a good day. And this is Angry signing off.